morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever the case may be at the time that you're watching this. I've said it in the past videos. I interact with an online community a little bit. And, when I decided to start going out traveling, I wanted to meet some of them. The interaction online was good, had a good vibe about it. And one of the first ones that wanted to meet up was Stella. And I had no reservations about it. It felt okay. So I decided to meet Stella. Okay. And I was with Stella, we were roughly about 2 weeks. It was prior to the 4th of July holiday. I'd done some things for her son-in-law there, and wound up having a good relationship with him, and met her grandson. And Stella has a big family, had a big family. So the plan was the family's going to meet out at the lake, come and go during the holiday season. And we went first. We initiated a camp there. Camp was roughly 100 yards or so from the lake. And then the following day, I had met her son and her son's girlfriend and their child. I interacted with him, had good conversations with him, good rapport. Travis was 40 years old. With conversation with him, and I'd noticed, he had discomfort within his stomach area. I questioned him about it, and he indicated to me, he informed me that he had a severe hernia that he did not have taken care of. Okay, because he was pushing it back in, it'd come out. And so it's notable, in my opinion. Next day, Travis and Stella and the girlfriend all went down to the lake. Travis decided he wanted to swim across the lake. Within that area, hunting, fishing, swimming, they do all that, very active. Okay, so it wasn't a big thing. I was not present at that time. I was still back at the camp. And swim across, come back. I'd come around. He swam across the other side looking for rocks, unusual rocks, what have you. Areas full of that kind of stuff. Mineral deposits, things of that, quartz, stuff like that. Some time had gone by, and hour and a half or so, he hadn't come back. And I was, okay, you have to understand, when he left his shoes there. He went swimming. And as further on, it was speculation that perhaps he swam across the lake, contacted a friend to pick him up to dodge his girlfriend. For one reason or another, it was implied that it was a common practice. And I'm thinking, okay, but you don't leave your shoes behind, and plus you're not going to swim across. How are you going to contact him? Anyway, they didn't know. They were possibilities, and I have no back knowledge regarding how they do things. So more and more time goes. No Travis. That evening, whatever, an uneasy feeling about it. You could tell something's not quite right. I believe Stella called her sister or her daughters and stuff, was inquiring. I don't think anybody knew where he was at. The next morning, Travis was in the lake. He had drowned. A lot of speculation on how that happened. Like I said, he had a history of being a good swimmer. My opinion, this is only my opinion, I think his hernia affected him while he was swimming. You get a major pain, first reaction, you take in. And once you take in, you're done. Panic. And I believe that's what happened. um, retrieved Travis the next morning with Sheriff's Department and other local authorities. And, Stella, I mean, I cannot imagine losing a child. I cannot imagine that. Stella's reaction was odd, but I think in retrospect, I think it was shock, denial at first, shock. I informed Travis's girlfriend what had happened. I was the first one to do that. That was not a comfortable place to be. Now, within the online community, some people speculate that I had something to do with Travis's death. Well, there's two major things. Access, opportunity, okay, that's one thing. But then motive. And a lot of people online, they say very outrageous things to get reaction, what have you. But some places you just don't go, okay? You don't attack a parent that's lost a child, whatever the case, whatever your feelings towards that person is, that's on another level. And people that file in behind those people that do that kind of thing, just simp followers, that speaks for itself. Basically, the online community I interact with is basically two factions, and there's splits within all that. But in both sides has been accused and actually have done similar things to one another regarding what I just said, attacking parents of lost children. I've been many places. I've interacted with people from many different places, and even adversary. I would never wish anyone to lose their children. Not only wish that happened, cause pain and grief upon them for what had happened. To me, that's just beyond the pale of any kind of moral decency. I've never really talked about it, and for good reason. It's somewhat of a tasteless topic. My time with, I was, like I said, with Stella for about 2 weeks. After the tragedy, I spent time with Stella, but you have to understand is, I just met this lady. And also more and more relatives are coming in after the fact. And it kind of, I spent, I thought was a significant amount of time with her. Other family members were taking up slack, okay? And I felt like a third wheel. And plus I needed to depart at some time. I interacted with her future son-in-law, and I had a long conversation with him. For some reason, there's this notion that I'm not wanted down there, or I'm not allowed to go. I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm welcome there whenever I want to go there. I understand people get frustrated and they don't have the mental intellect to engage with somebody, so they have to go for low-hanging fruit. But for someone to grab that kind of stuff and use it in such a way, that's very telling of your own personality. And I understand moments, whatever, but to repeat, nah, it's no bueno. But anyway, that's my truth, that's my reality, and that's, to the best of my knowledge, what had happened, for what it's worth.